Well, great after morning. I'm so excited to once again be before you sharing information for your elevation and your transformation and ultimately for your compensation. You know, the last several months, I've been focused on what is my next now. And the next now that it's dropped in my spirit, and I think that everyone wants to hear it, is what we're calling believe better. Everyone believes. In the Bible, it talks about the man that was asked to do what is his belief principle. He said, "Yeah, I believe." He said, "But help my unbelief." And see, that's the key. That there are levels of belief and the stratas, dimensions of belief. And when we find ourselves, our value system shapes our belief, our desire system, our uh, the question of lordship and leadership is going to direct our belief pattern, our belief system. So what we believe is what we receive. So what we conceive, we can believe, and if we believe it, we can achieve it. So that belief in the achievement of what we are conceiving is what this whole thing is all about. I want you to imagine going into this new year, and everyone generally starts their new year off on January the 1st. They get together, well, they sit down and they go into a pensive mood by the ocean or quiet music or on the back porch or just on the couch. And they write out resolutions. These are the activities. These are the things that I want to accomplish in the coming year. Be it resolved that I make this as a resolute decision that this is the vision that I want to accomplish. And it's written, and you're all excited about it. And then guess what? But by the end of the week or the end of the month, you've discarded it. You've erased it off of your whiteboard. You no longer subscribe to it and affirm it daily. And then you just say, well, next year is going to be better. We have all this time, and all we have is the future in front of us. And the past is behind us, and we can't change that. The future that's in front of us, unless we do something today, it will be the same as yesterday. Shakespeare said it best. He said, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace of day-to-day life, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools their way to dusty death. Well, that's pretty heavy first thing in the morning. But what I want to talk to you today about is believing better. You see, all of us believe, but if you can believe better by the same token, that means that you can believe badly. The individual in the scriptures say, "I believe, help thou mine unbelief." The unbelief is the belief in scarcity, the belief in lack, the belief that says that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, and that unbelief is at odds or enmity. It's an enemy of the belief, and so you're at loggerheads. You're fighting. You're trying to break through. Well, I'm telling you this, that you can believe better. You can believe for better relationships. You can believe for better finances. You can believe for a better home, a better car. You can believe for a better relationship with the Lord. Because I mentioned a second ago that there are two areas that must be dealt with before you can deal with anything else, and that's lordship and leadership. So let me take a moment and unpack that for you. And I'm not going to be before you very long, but I promise I will be before you pretty strong. And this is what I want to share with you this morning. The, the aspect of the principle or the concept of lordship and leadership is an issue that must be settled and must be settled completely within your soul. Now, your soul is the thinking, emoting, feeling part of you. You're a three-part being. You are a spirit. You have a body. You live in a body. But you have a soul, and that soul is going to control which way or that you operate in life, what your postulates, what your belief system is, what your value system is. So whoever impacts, or whichever part of you that impacts and influences and controls the soul, will control the very nature of your life. The flesh wants the soul to have the body to be able to satisfy all of the desires that it has, the desires for sensuality, for satiation, the all these desires. The flesh says, "Hey, give me food, give me sex, give me drugs, give me alcohol, give me pleasure, give me fun, gimme, 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 gimme." And that is something that will take the body and take this whole your person, your being, and cause it to waste away with things that have no value and that are like wheat and stubble that will be burnt and have no value and no sustaining legacy. I'm talking pretty deep this morning. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because this is something that once you understand will put you into a better status in life, so that you can be able to rise up and become all that you were designed and that you desire to be. So the reason I'm sharing this background on information, so that you'll understand why the Believe Better campaign is so powerful and life changing. So the flesh wants the body, wants the soul to allow it to do certain things. But the spirit is saying, no, you are better than that. There is a better version. There is a better place that you can aspire to be. And when you aspire to be there in that place, when you work and do all that you can to get to that place, when you have the soul focused on denying those things of the flesh, so that you can actually allow the things of the spirit, and that's a spirit world where you understand how to give, how to share, how to bless others, how to be a blessing to the expansion of the kingdom, so that it becomes more entrenched in reality. That's a lofty goal. But if you understand it, then the Believe Better campaign makes sense. So Believe Better says that you can believe for better in every vertical of your life. Everything that you're measuring is quantifiable. You can have a better experience in it. Better family relationships, better job, career, friendships, better integration and engagement, better everything. And when you believe better, then you begin to receive better. Now, what is the image that you want to receive? What do you want to believe for, so that you could put this to task? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because the Believe Better platform or foundation is built on Psalms 23. And Psalms 23, almost everybody knows a portion or all of it. They can recite it. It's like a nursery rhyme almost. So that the power and the impact of one of the most powerful prayers in Scripture has been regulated to something that is just a sing-song nursery rhyme. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. But when we think about it, the complexity and the immensity of what this psalm is saying, what David is saying in this psalm. You see, there's two individuals in the Bible that we want to focus on. David of the Old Testament and Paul of the New Testament. Both of them tremendously flawed individuals, had issues, problems, did stuff that God wasn't pleased with. And quite frankly, they probably wasn't pleased with as well. David had a man killed because he slept with his wife. Paul was killing Christians because they dared to believe that Jesus was the Messiah. And so both of these very flawed men that were also powerful in their own right, with powerful in the church, powerful in the establishment of the church, powerful in all that they had done. They were the king. They established covenant, all of those things, but still they had so much wretchedness within them. A couple of days ago, I received the message that I'm wretched. Oh, wretched man that I am, but I'm still worthy. I'm not worthy because of my wretchedness. I'm worthy because I made the decision that the lordship and the leadership questions were settled forever. So what are those questions? Who is your Lord? Who do you submit to as being that which is greater than yourself? So that you can come and you can bow down, realizing that because this entity is greater than yourself, that you can submit to this entity, and that the very presence of it is greater than anything that you could imagine. That is intentional intellect, and that the lordship, that you submit to the fact that this person is the Lord. This person is the most powerful being. This person is capable of and qualified and good enough and worthy enough to lead you in a right way. So therefore, if you submit to the lordship, then his leadership has no question. When you're submitting to the lordship, that this entity is all that and more, that is more than enough, that is incredible, that's omnipresent, that's this all knowing, all seeing, all being. When you understand that, it's easy to follow. And so when you follow the lordship, that leadership will take you to a certain predetermined place. And where's that place? That place, he says, I will lead you beside the still waters. He says, when the Lord, that's the lordship, is my shepherd, that's the leadership. He says, now I shall not want. I can just drop the mic on that. Because if he's your Lord and you accept his leadership, and that leadership says, I will take you into an arena, to a place where you have no want. Not only that, I'll lead you beside green pastures, into green pastures. I'll let you lay down and sleep, have peace and contentment in green pastures. That means there's growth. That means that there's profitability, that you're operating in success. He says, then he's going to restore your soul. So your mind, your thinking, your emotion, your feeling, that he's going to restore that and put it back to a place of prosperity and promise, a place that you just feel just honored to be in. And then, but it says, hey, sometimes you're going to go through a valley and things are going to be rough for you. People are going to be talking about you. Things are not going to be working in your favor all the time. And then it's going to look like, wow, woe is me. I just come out of the land of slavery, where I was, at least I had these meat pots, and I had this, that, and the other, and you're complaining about where you are, because you say, I'd rather be back in the stuckness rather than in this place of unknowingness. Well, he says it's just a shadow. He said, you're going to go through that. Don't even stop. Don't worry about it. You're going to go through that because I'm guiding you. I'm the Lord, and I'm leading you. And that place that I'm leading you to is going to be always peace and goodness. So your mind is restored. You're no longer worried and fretting and just jacked out of shape. You're saying, oh, you know what? He's my shepherd. He's leading me. My Lord is leading me and taking me to a place where I'm going to be blessed and have a goodness. Now y'all follow me. Believe better. What's the better? When you look at Psalms 23, that's the better. The green pastures, the place of contentment, the place of no want. That's the Psalms 23 life. What if this year, in 2023, you can live a life that you're operating in that Psalms 23 mindset, that you shall not want. You're in green pastures. Your soul is restored. Even though you go through the valley of the shadow of death, you don't have to fear, because he's going to be with you, never leaving you. So you got to always be confident and confident that he's going to be that you can do exploits because he's with you. And guess what? When you go through that valley and people are sitting back, your enemies, your haters, the non-congratulators, these people that should be on your side but's not, when they come up against you, he says, okay, don't even worry about them. Don't take and focus your energy on that ignorance. Instead, realize this. He says, I'm going to take you and position you so that I'm going to spread out a table of a banquet, and all your enemies, all those that are doubting you and laughing at you and criticizing you, are going to see you eat at the table, and they will not be invited. That's pretty powerful, but they got to watch it. So hey, your haters are your elevators. And then he says, all of that, see, that's the lifestyle that we're expecting. So starting December 9th, I will be hosting 23 days of believing better. Now I'm releasing my new book, Believe Better. a 23-day intentional. That's going to be released to the public on January the 14th, which is my birthday. But this whole year, we're going to start the last 23 days of 2022, setting you up, preparing you, giving you an understanding of exactly why Psalms 23 can lead you to a life of plenty, a life of blessing, a life of no worry, a life of just incredible, a life of better everything. So if you're looking to believe better, and if you're looking to receive better, get ready, get ready. On starting on December 9th, every day we're going to come and give you the Believe Better broadcast, where we're going to be sharing information for your elevation and transformation. Hey, well, and we don't want to be no longer than 15 or 20 minutes. So I've already been before you about 15 minutes this morning. But I just wanted to give you the flavor of what it means to believe better. We're so excited. We've got so much planned around this concept. We have a workbook, we have a workshop, we have a course, we have t-shirts. It's going to be better and better. I used to say gooder and gooder in my this last year, but the Lord's replaced gooder with better. You can believe better and receive better. This is Dr. John L. Mack, and I will be back with another edition of Believe Better.